Man, oh man, do I have a story for you. Whew! Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and get into this one now, shall we, kids? By the way, hello, Jacob here, and boy, do I have a story to tell you. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and get into this. So, today, I just got in, well, what was supposed to be my last reverse retro jersey from Dick's Sporting Goods. And, let's just say when I went to film the unbagging video, I noticed something. There was something. Well, I'll just share it, I'll just go ahead and show it here in a little bit. But there's another story on top of that story. Yeah, I don't know what it is with buying this particular team's jerseys from Dick's Sporting Goods, but this will make the second jersey of this team that I bought from Dick's Sporting Goods that has, well, been kind of wonky, for lack of a better term. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. So, yeah, as I mentioned, got in my last reverse retro jersey. And, let's just say, this thing is still an absolute beaut. She is absolutely gorgeous. But there is something missing. So yeah, the jersey that I'll share is from the Central Division. Formerly they were in the Pacific until Seattle came in. Shout out to Arizona sports fan. Boom. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Just an absolutely gorgeous jersey. The Arizona Coyotes Reverse Retro 2.0. And as you can see here, it is of Clayton Keller. And it has all the details. The raised howling head, the sienna, which in person is beautiful. Some of the pictures, I will admit, the saturation is really off on them, so it doesn't necessarily do this jersey justice. And not to mention, just a freaking beautiful sublimated, sunrise with the mountains and the cacti. And you could see why the Reverse Retro 1.0 and 2.0s were selling out pretty quickly for the Arizona Coyotes. But I say this is supposed to be a Clayton Keller. Notice something missing here, kids. Yeah. I think there's supposed to be a name here. I don't know about you, but yeah, it's missing the name in the name bar. So yeah, on top of having to wait 6 days for this jersey to come in from the last known location because, up here we had a massive, winter weather event that started off as a few inches of snow, but then the wind picked up and literally blew everybody in right before Christmas time, nonetheless. Yeah, the Christmas holiday is already stressful as hell, but now we have to go ahead and close down basically the entire states of Iowa and Minnesota. But regardless, just finally glad to have this thing in. But, oh man, as you could tell here, it's missing the name and number. Thankfully, though, I was able to get into contact with someone from Dick's Sporting Goods, and as far as I know, I'm getting a new one. So, yeah. They somehow still had one of these in a 56 available, so I'm like, you know what? Go ahead, send me a new one, let's just, take care of this and all that stuff. And honestly, it's still a beautiful jersey here. I'm still not mad at all here. Don't get me wrong, Granted, for, as much as these things cost, you kind of want it to be of great quality. But again, this isn't a Dick's Sporting Goods issue. This is not a Dick's Sporting Goods issue. Just make that clear here. This is an Adidas issue. This is the stitching issue. This is whoever does the sewings issue. Because I've had jerseys before that have, case in point, this past summer I unboxed a DeMar DeRozan jersey that didn't have the NBA logo on the back. But again, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, it was made right. And now I might potentially have two of these things. So, with all that said, though, stay tuned because I will be getting that in. But, well, we might as well go ahead and go over some of the details while we're still here, though. So, yeah, this bad boy harkens back to their 1998 alternate, you know, the old green one that started it off. And then the Reverse Retro 1.0 was the purple version, so kind of like the sunset, and this would be the sunrise version, I'm guessing, with that burnt sienna orange, which, again, in person, it's absolutely gorgeous. Again, on camera, the saturation on this thing can be anywhere from blinding you badly to, is that black? So, I'm not even kidding on that one. And, of course, the peyote, the coyote head, the kachina head. I still don't know what the heck they technically call this, but with the embeveled design. And again, I just still can't get enough of this. This just, the sublimated cacti and mountains and stuff is just absolutely gorgeous. Has the salamander on the side, which is stitched down, with the embeveled raised. Is that supposed to be a lightning bolt or what is it? I don't know. Anyway, like I say, I'm not quite familiar with Arizona topography and all that stuff, so bear with me there. And then, of course, the 9 on the back, which is the, I want to say this is double stitched here. Yep, double stitched, has the fight strap. So, yeah, I mean, still a beautiful jersey, but holy moly. This thing was like a 2-week process that just keeps on going. And again, I don't know what it is with Arizona jerseys, like Arizona Coyotes jerseys especially. But this is the second time I've bought an Arizona Coyotes jersey that has had issues. Well, the first one being shipping and all that stuff, but it showed up. That was the Phil Kessel. And now this doesn't have a name, which again is not Dick's Sporting Goods' fault. It's Adidas's fault and whoever does the naming and like the stitching and stuff. So with that said, stay tuned because, well, maybe I'll actually get one of these that has all the bells and whistles and, you know, hopefully we'll be fine and correct here. But again, great customer service with Dick's Sporting Goods. I was able to get a new one for literally free. And, yeah, like I say, when that comes in, I'll be sure to unbag it and give it the full treatment it deserves because, again, I mean, this thing is still just absolutely fucking gorgeous. I mean, this thing is still beautiful. And worst comes to worst, if I had to, I could always seam rip it and, you know, just make this into a blank or something. But yeah, that'll wrap up this video. So, until we meet again, this is Jacob. Have a good one.